Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My voice is annoying, I know, sometimes it is. But honestly, it's been a while since I've sat down in front of the camera as opposed to just vlogging. And I really wanted to do a video where I'm just sitting and talking because it's been a while. And I miss you guys. But I just first and foremost want to say thank you. Like, seriously, I don't know what my hair is doing. But seriously, thank you to all of my new subscribers. Thank you to everybody who sent me messages of encouragement or just messages thanking me for a certain video or just anything positive that people have been sending me. I haven't received anything negative, thankfully. But I'm just so happy that you guys are enjoying it. I'm enjoying doing this, and yeah, I just can't thank you guys enough. I'm so appreciative. And just remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I like to read comments. So besides the fact that you guys are sending me messages and stuff, I like when people comment because then I can comment back. Hitting the thumbs up button is a good thing. Hit it when you watch, before you even watch this video. Just hit it. But yeah, I'm just honestly, I have no words for how thankful I am and how grateful I am that you guys enjoy watching me. It's cool. It's an interesting feeling. But yeah, today my video is going to be a back to school video. I've been wanting to do this because somebody contacted me oh, do you have any advice for people going back to school and that sort of thing. So I said, I will make a video on it. So this video is going to be two parts. Well, really just one video, but first is going to be tips for all of my people going back to school, more so college than high school, but I mean a lot of the things I'm saying high schoolers can follow as well. And then it'll be a challenge that I have for all of you, which is for parents, teachers, students, all that jazz. Per usual, I have my little notepad, so I will be looking down for all the things that I've written. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get into the video. Okay, so pretty much for all of my people going back to school, I know a lot of people have already started school. I started school this week. But I go to school online, so it's a little different. Yeah, so I just had some tips basically from my experience in college and my friends' experiences and just things people say in general that I know or that I've experienced. And so these are my tips. They're my tips. I'm not saying they're what works for everybody, but this is kind of what worked for me and my friends. And I just want to share them with you guys. So my first tip for everybody going back to school, you're hype. It's a new year. Freshmen are definitely hype. You're in college. You're away from home. If you're not away from home, it's just a different schedule from what you're used to for the last 12 or 13 years. And I just want to say the first thing I'm going to say is to stay focused. It's so important to stay focused, but with staying focused, to remember to have balance. I know that a lot of people are you're going to school. Parents are you're going to school. I sent you to school to do one thing. And as a Haitian, parents are I sent you to school to do one thing, learn, okay? So you shouldn't be getting distracted. But in actuality, it takes a lot to just be focused on school. And I also think it eats away at you, it's good to have balance. Enjoy your time meeting people, enjoy your time doing other things besides just schoolwork, but it's important to stay focused, have balance, and just have fun sometimes. Your mind needs to rest. So my number one tip is to stay focused, but with balance. My second thing, for all my freshmen out there, or just anybody, make friends, okay? I have, anybody who knows me knows, I have a lot of friends, and I won't say that I speak to them every day, but I speak to a lot of people on a very frequent basis just because a lot of people talk to me. And so it's so important to make friends because it'll make your college experience so much better. And if I could go back, I mean, I'm very happy with my friends, but if I could go back, I don't know if there's really many things that I would change because I did make friends and we had a great time in college while we still did work, and we all had a serious major, but we still had a great time, So I can't say that I didn't enjoy my college experience. So for my freshmen, I'm going to say make friends because it just heightens the experience, and it's fun to be social, even for my people who are not so social, make friends. Go out there, talk to somebody who's not talking, or talk to somebody in your class, exchange numbers with someone, have lunch with someone. So my second tip is make friends. My third one is to manage your time. For everybody just getting into college, it's a whole different experience. Like, you don't have like a boom, 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 bell rings, go to the next class, bell rings, go to the next class. Now it's literally like you in charge of you. Nobody's making you go to class. Nobody's telling you when to do basically anything. So pretty much, if you manage your time, like realistically, I say, and I always have to say realistically when I tell people to manage their time, because people be like, oh, I'm going to do this, 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 and this today. When you know damn well you are somebody who probably does one thing a day. You know what I mean? Like, just know who you are and manage your time based on who you are, not based on what everybody else is doing, based on who you are. If you know you can get through this many pages a day, well then challenge yourself to go a little bit higher and go a little bit more pages, but don't try to get unrealistic, because then you won't accomplish it. So I would say manage your time. You have a lot more free time than you did in like high school or like all these other years. You literally can just sit there and go to class, go home, and have the whole day to yourself. Sometimes it's just one class a day or two classes a day, which really doesn't take up your whole day like it did in high school. So I would say to definitely manage your time, make a schedule, stick to that schedule, but factor in, like I said before, factor in rest, because realistically, if you don't factor in rest, you're just not gonna, you're gonna lose your mind pretty much. So I would say manage your time and factor in rest. My last tip, and I'm gonna say other things too, but my last major tip is to get dressed. I know it sounds funny, but you know, when you get to college in the beginning, you're all about like getting dressed. You feel, you know, everybody got new clothes. It's like a new environment, and everybody gets dressed. And you know the saying, when you look good, you feel good. That's a real thing. But after a while, when you have like an early class or just anything, you get so comfortable in throwing on some sweatpants, barely combing your hair, going to school looking crazy. And I know sometimes you're in class for not that long. Like, I was guilty of it. I had a class that was like 50 minutes. I used to literally roll out of bed, eat something, brush my teeth, go to class, and roll right back in bed, you know? But one thing I usually did 9 times out of 10 was get dressed. So you just feel better when you get dressed. You know, when you look at yourself in the mirror, it's like, oh, I look cute today. You know, like, you want to do that. It really makes you feel better. That bummy lifestyle is cool sometimes, for sure. Throwing on some sweatpants, a hoodie, that is, everybody loves being comfortable. But I just feel like when you're going to class, you just like have this better energy when you know, like, I look cute today, you know? So, or I look good today. So I definitely would advise people to get dressed, okay? It doesn't have to be every day, but pretty frequently. And some people don't even have class every day. So, I mean, on the days you don't have class, by all means, stay in your sweatpants and your hoodie and chill. But when you have class, make it a point to get up and get dressed, you know, because you'll just feel better, and feeling better is key in college, okay? Okay, so that's pretty much all like my major tips. My last major tip is ask for help. If you need help in a subject, colleges have a ridiculous amount of resources. Ask for it. Get ahead of the curve. Do it once you realize, this might be a lot for me. Get help right then and there, because the sooner you have help, the sooner you have help, the better it will be for you in the end. And in the beginning, like, for the people who are like, oh, school's not for me, but I'm just doing it, still push through and do it. Do your best. Do your best. Because literally, when you look back at it, at the time it may not bother you, but like, I know, again, I'm guilty of it. When you look back at it, you're like, oh, I could have did better there. Like, I was not a perfect student, for sure. But I mean, I definitely did try hard, and I did have like some like things that used to hold me back. Like, I get migraines and all that good stuff. But literally, like, I used to try. Like, me and my friends would study together, and the harder it got, the more we used to have to do to put in work. Like, recording lectures. We didn't used to do that in the beginning. By the end, we were recording lectures. We were replaying lectures. We were staying up all night in the library. Like, we were doing a lot of things to make sure we succeeded. And so I want everybody to understand, like, you need to do your best and do what works best for you. And don't compare yourself to anybody else. Just do what works best for you. Get help early on. Now, my challenge is for students, teachers, parents, and I guess professors. Literally, this is this year has been crazy with the amount of people I know who've committed suicide, the amount of people I know who are depressed, just a lot of just sad news this year. Just a lot of things has happened. And all I can think about is what could have been done maybe differently for these things possibly not to happen. And I know they say, like, if somebody's going to do something or somebody's going to commit suicide or it's going to happen, but I can't help but think there are little things that we can do as a society to make it not happen. So my challenge for all the students, I'll say students first, all the students who are in college, high school, whatever, be nice to people. Like, be nice to people. Literally, I can't stress that enough. Like, when you're walking by somebody, smile at them. When you're walking by somebody who is probably staring at you for a while, say hi. Ask them how they're doing, how their day's going. Don't be shy to go out there and meet people and talk to people. And just, like, you never know, that one thing could literally brighten somebody's day. And every time people, like, whenever something bad happens, that's when everybody's always like, I remember seeing that person, or I remember they used to look sad, or I remember they used to walk alone. Let's avoid that. Let's literally change that and literally, like, smile at people, talk to them. Somebody sitting by themselves at lunch, or somebody sitting by themselves on the grass or something, talk to them, sit next to them, ask them how they are, ask them something about them, tell them something about yourself, be open, and that little bit could change a lot, because maybe when that person is going through something, they'll come to you, they'll feel comfortable enough to come to you, and you could be the person who helps them. For professors and teachers, pay attention to your students, like, engage with your students, talk to your students, understand. Like, look when you see, like, maybe something changes in their behavior, or something changes in the way they are. Because a lot of times, again, the person is crying for help in front of us, and we're literally ignoring it. We're acting like we don't see it. So I just want teachers and professors to actually talk to your students, engage with your students, get to know your students, and make them feel comfortable enough with you that if something was wrong, they could come to you. And last but not least, parents. Oh boy, I can't even stress. It's crazy because I'm Haitian, and in our culture, I don't know if our parents talk to us enough. And I just feel like, and it's not just us, I know a lot of cultures are that way. I just feel like if parents would take the time to talk to their kids, ask them how their day went, ask them how class is going, ask them who they spoke to in school, ask them what they did in school. Just make them feel like you actually care about what they're doing. And besides asking them questions, listen for the answer. Don't listen to respond, but listen to understand. Because everybody's always talking, and every parent is always just ready to lecture their kid if they do something wrong, or ready to come down on their child the moment something bad happens. But we're not giving them credit when they do something good, or just sitting down to talk to them and listen. And maybe that's why for me, I'm very, like, I listen to people a lot, or I talk to people a lot, and that might be just because, like, I understand what it's like to want somebody to listen, and they're not listening to you. They're listening to respond, and they're ready to attack you, and they're just always pulling out the negative things about you. I understand what that feels like, and it's not a good feeling, so I prefer not to make somebody feel that way. So again, parents, check on your kids, ask them how they're doing, get to know them, listen to them, and honestly, for all you know, we can have a better year. I want to hear less stories of suicide and less stories of depression. And that is my challenge for everybody. Get out there and talk to somebody. And that is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed my tips, and I hope everybody chooses to follow the challenge. And yeah, let's spread it. Let's like this video. Leave your comments. Follow me on Instagram, which is full_grace. And hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah. Thank you again for all your support, and don't forget to live, laugh, and love with me. Mwah.